Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel, and if you're new to the channel, please feel free to share, comment, and also like my videos. I'm gonna ask you to also subscribe to the channel so that you can know when I upload new content and really new helpful information. So this video is to help you to pass your math exam, learning various topics, and also to improve your overall mathematical understanding. So for this video, we'll be looking at decimal places. This will be a very basic video, short, just getting to the point of decimal places and how to write numbers in given decimal places or to given decimal places. Alright, so let's move into this now. So a decimal place is the position of a digit to the right of the decimal point in a number written in decimal notation. So decimal notation is basically in these forms where you have a number, for example 3 point something, any number, 4, 2. So the overall number right here, as long as it has in a decimal point, it is actually in decimal notation. Right? Straightforward as that. So it's the position of a digit to the right of the decimal point. So if you notice, the definition says to the right, so over this side. So it's the position of the digit, right? And this is the only digit that is to the right of the decimal point here, right? So this number is actually written to one decimal place because you only have one digit here to the right hand side. The second number, 54.75, is written to 2 decimal places, and we use, so this is to 1 dp, which means decimal place. This is 2 dp, 2 decimal places, because you have 2 numbers to the right of the decimal point. And this one now is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decimal places. So the amount of digit that follows the decimal point will determine how many decimal places the number is written to. So the first digit, which is 6, is in the first to 1 decimal place because it's the first number after the decimal point. The digit 3 would fall second, 5th would fall third, and so forth. So that's just to get a basic understanding of decimal place and how different digits fall into different decimal positions. Now let's look at some examples. So rounding numbers to decimal places. So number 1 says round to 1 decimal place. 1 decimal place basically means that you'll only have one number after the decimal point. After decimal point, just one number, right? One number after the decimal point. But in this case, we have 2 digits. We have 5 and we have 4, but we only need 1 digit to the right hand side of this. Now, how will we decide what that 1 digit is? So you look to the second digit. So whenever you're looking for you're writing a number to 1 decimal place, look at the second digit. And if it is 5 or more, you're going to add 1 to the previous number. Add 1 to the previous number. And if it is less than 5, you're going to keep the previous number. Or in other words, you're going to round down. Keep previous number. right? So in this case where we have 3.54, 4 is less than 5, right? So we're going to keep the 5 right here. So this would be equal to 3.5, and this is to 1 decimal place. Sorry for that jumbling, right? That's the 1 decimal place. Oh, alright. Okay, and let us look at the next example. So we need to write this number to 1 decimal place. So we need just 1 digit after the decimal point, but we have 3 digits. We need to have just 1 digit, right? So what you do, you look on the second digit and see if it is less than 5 or it is 5 or more. In this case, we have a 8. So 8 is more than 5, so what you're going to do is add 1 to this, to the 3, and leave out everything else. So this will be equal to 64.4, because you need to write it to 1 decimal place, but the second digit is more than 5, so you add 1 to the 3 and write 64.4. And in bracket you write 1 decimal place, DP for decimal place. Number 2, round to 3 decimal places. So different decimal places now, so you're going to round to 3 decimal places. So we have 534.7465, 3 decimal places, but we have 4 numbers here. Whenever you round into 3 decimal places, you look at the 4th number. You look at the fourth digit. Sorry, so the 4th digit is 5, and if that digit is 5 or more, you're going to add 1 to the previous digit, which was the 6. So this is 5, so this is going to be equal to 534.747, right? This is to 3 decimal places. So 3 decimal places, you need 3 digits after the decimal point. Right, let's look at this one now. 3 decimal places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we have 5 digits that follow the decimal point. So we're going to 3 decimal places, so you look at the 4th digit. In this case, it's a 2. Due to the fact that the 2 is less than 5, you're going to keep this digit and leave out everything that comes after. You're going to leave that out. So that is equal to 24.365. So in this case, you actually round down, because you keep the previous number, so you round down. Whenever you add 1, you round up. Like in this case, since you add 1 to the 6, you actually round up. And where you keep the previous number, you actually round, round down. Alright, round down, right? So number 3 now is asking us to round to 5 decimal places. So we have 635.7365481. Round to 5 decimal places. So we look at the 6th digit to the right of the decimal point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6th digit would be 8. So you look at that digit now, and if it is 5 or more, you're going to add 1 to the previous number. And in this case, so after you add the 1 to that number, and when you're rewriting everything, you're going to leave off this number. So we added 1 to the 4 because the 8 is more than 5. So this is equal to 635.73655. And this is to 5 decimal places. Hope you're getting the hang of this. So if you write into 5 decimal places, you look at the 6th digit, right? So this number that says 763.625413. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We look at this 3 right here. It's the 6th number. And if it is 5 or more, we add 1 to this digit. And if it is less than 5, we keep the digit the same. But in this case, this number is less than 5. So this is equal to 763.2. Sorry, that's not 2. That should be a 6. Let me erase that 6. Let me erase that 2. Alright. So 763.62541. So we keep that 1 as it is, and we leave out the 3. So we round down. So this is now to 5 decimal places because you have 5 digits after the decimal point. But we don't run ahead and just eliminate a certain number of digits and make it 5. You have to carry out the procedure. So remember, when the digit after the decimal place you want to find is 5 or more, you add 1. You add 1 to the previous digit. And if it is less than 5, you keep the previous digit the same. Keep previous digit the same. Right? So I hope this video was helpful. Please feel free to leave your questions and comments in the comment section, and also share the video and like it as well to help the YouTube algorithm. So thanks for watching and have a nice day.